Hello, my name is METİN Arıdaşır. This is 157th part of explanation of my theory. Quantum theory collapsed here again. Arıdaşır, I determined multielectron sodium atoms' spectral lines precisely and completely. How? Now I will going to explain this. But before this, I want to show you my computations, and I want to comparing you between measurements, observations, and my computations matching. Here, right side, NIST National Institute Standards and Technology data, results, left side my computations according to my theory and my formulas. Line by line, I advise you to notice that. After this showing, I will explain how I computed these figures, these results. Here, snapshot, first page. Right side NIST data, left side my computations. Second page. Right side NIST data, left side my computation. Third page. Fourth page. Fifth page. Sixth page. And seventh page. Okay? Now, wait a moment, please. Yes, this is one of my formula for finding these results. Okay? And I'm so sorry. Yes. Now I will explain how did I find these numbers. This is first page. No. Yes, wait a moment please. Yes, quantum theory collapsed here again. Arıdaşır, I determined multi-electron sodium atom spectral lines precisely and completely. According to my theory and my formulas, 1. A proton-bound electron motion form, EMF, can enlarge, can expand by partly swallowing meta-sensation perception matter from outside of its motion boundary under the effect of one of effective successive waves which come from a free electron motion form from outside. A proton-bound electron motion form cannot do this itself spontaneously. A proton-bound electron motion form cannot enlarge, cannot expand itself. Again, 1. A proton-bound electron motion form can enlarge, can expand by partly swallowing meta-sensation perception matter from outside of its motion boundary under the effect of one of effective successive waves which come from a free electron motion form from outside. A proton-bound electron motion form cannot do this itself spontaneously. A proton-bound electron motion form cannot enlarge, expand itself. 2. There are two determinatives of each spectral emission line's wavelength values and their corresponding energies. One of them is effective wave number of successive waves of free electron motion forms which make proton-bound electron motion form enlarge at the rate of squared wave number. The other is proton-bound electron motion forms initial imbalance specific wavelength value in an atom. Okay. Now, snapshot please. I'm going to go on. I hope you see. Under here my formula. Yes. This formula is this formula. This is my formula. Single wave pulse wavelength. Spectral line wavelength formula. Okay. For finding spectral line wavelength energy formula. According to my theory and my formulas, each ionization energy value in an atom corresponds to only one proton-bound electron motion form and corresponds to its initial imbalance wavelength in that atom. Therefore, for sodium atom, highest ionization energy 2,347 point, no, 2,641.50, 10 to the minus 19 kilogram meter square per, yes, in joule, yes, 2,641.50, 10 to the minus 19 joule, okay. Highest ionization energy of sodium atom. 11th ionization energy, because sodium atom have 11 protons and 11 electrons. Okay. Therefore, for sodium atom, highest ionization energy 2641.50 10 to the minus 19 joule kilogram meter square divided by second square, I remember, or in joule. 2641.50 corresponds to smallest proton-bound electron motion forms. Wavelength lambda 11 is equal to 0.7518 nanometer in sodium atom. Smallest electron's wavelength initial in balance wavelength is 0.7518 nanometer. Okay. 10th ionization energy corresponds to second smallest proton-bound electron motion form of sodium atom. Ionization energy 10, 2347.3729 here. Joule, 10 to the minus 19 joule. 47, I'm so sorry, 47.3729 10 to the minus 19 joule. Here. Okay. Corresponds to this proton-bound electron motion form's wavelength. Lambda 10 is equal to 0.8460 nanometer. 0.8460 nanometer. I advise you to notice the figures. Okay. Then remember, under the effect of certain wave number, successive waves, electron motion forms, proton-bound electron motion forms, enlarge, and when they effective successive waves partly or completely vanish, they shrink again. While shrinking, they pour out inside of their inner adiabatic, they pour out inner adiabatic medium, metasensation, perception matter, from inside of that. Okay, partly pour out. Here, this is fourth number, electron motion form, stay at fourth wave number. Absorption under the effect of fifth, or under the effect of fifth successive wave of free electron motion form, it enlarged like this. Okay, this is absorption. Then, remember my formula. Okay, it enlarges n squared at the rate of effective wave number squared effective wave number. Okay, like this. And this is result. But before explaining this, I want to show basically this one. Wait a moment. Snapshot, please. Okay. Now, our proton-bound electron motion form under the effect of one of successive wave of free electron motion form. This is inhalation, expanded, okay, from exhalation wave number. This is inhalation wave number from NS. This is exhalation wave number, smaller. This is greater, inhalation wave number, okay. Here, at the rate of wave number, squared wave number multiplied by its initial wavelength, here, this is enlarged. This is inhalation, respiration of electron motion form, okay. Each one single respiration of proton-bound electron motion form corresponds to one single wave pulse. Each one single wave pulse corresponds to one single emission line. Okay, how? This is staying and smaller squared position, proton-bound electron motion form. Okay, this is n smaller squared multiplied by initial wavelength of this electron. Under the effect of greater wave number, inhalation wave number, it enlarges like this. Okay, this is inhalation. And when these effective wave numbers decreases to, again, this smaller wave number, at this rate, okay, again, go back, shrinks. While shrinking, it produces and pushes single wave pulse, which is enlarging at the speed of light through the eternity, single sphere, okay, single wave pulse. And smaller proton electron motion form, before expanding, before enlarging, it has point energy. Its point energy is hc divided by n smaller square lambda p bound minus greater enlarged n squared multiplied by wavelength hc divided by that. This difference energy, single wave pulse energy, corresponding wavelength is lambda svp, single wave pulse, is spectral line. Yes, I hope you see. This is so important. Don't forget, what are determinatives? Wave number, squared wave number, and initial wavelength of proton-bound electron motion form. Okay. Now, in this way, from 4th to 5th, we can compute and we can find this is 10th electron, second smaller electron of sodium. Notice please. And finally, this computation, single wave pulse, corresponding wavelength, representative wavelength, I have computed 37.6 nanometers.